Welcome, welcome, welcome everybody to what I call Heart Breath. And this class is focused on healing your heart chakra. And so, when we talk about the heart chakra, if you're new to chakras, if you're new to energy, I want to tell you guys what that is. And so we have a lot of chakras all over our body, and a lot of people will talk about the chakras as in, there's 7, 9, or 11 chakras. Just know there's actually hundreds of chakras all over your body. And one of the main chakras is the heart chakra. And this is the chakra that we are going to focus on tonight. And you actually have 2 heart chakras. You have one in the front and one in the back. Animals actually carry an extra heart chakra. So they have their heart chakras. They also have a heart chakra to share with their humans. That's why we get such great healing when we have animals and pets, when they're calming to us, because those animals have an extra heart chakra that shares healing energy with us. And so this heart chakra is just so powerful. And the way that I see the heart chakra is this is where the energy that is you, your soul, your subconscious, your chi, your prana, whatever you call it, resides. And so the heart chakra here is, technically your heart's over here, but the heart chakra is typically aligned in the middle, and you'll be directly behind you on the back if you're looking at like where that's located. When we look at the heart, there's so many reasons why we block our heart, why we close our heart. There's heartbreak, right? A lot of us have been through heartbreak. If you haven't been through heartbreak, I don't know that I've ever met someone that hasn't, but heartbreak is a great one that we protect our heart. Trauma, protect my heart. I don't want anyone close to me. I'm going to protect myself from that hurt. What are other things that can cause trauma? Depression, sadness, loss, grief. We look at like these pivotal moments in our life, and it is about how we process the pivotal moments. So like for me, I have some damage in my heart as well that manifests through the physical. And so as our heart chakra is imbalanced, those imbalances can manifest into physical things. And so you look at the heart. And so I'll use myself as an example. I actually had a murmur that said spontaneously resolved. I've been doing a lot of heart chakra work. I actually talked to my cardiologist last week, and they're like, your chart says you have a heart murmur. Where is it? And I'm like, oh, it's in the left ventricle. And they're like, we can't find this. And then I was like, oh, it's been healed. I'm like, I've been doing all this work. Oh, that's so amazing. And they're like, nah, that stuff doesn't work. I'm like, I've been taking supplements and meditation. Like, nope, it just spontaneous. And they're like, we'll just write spontaneous resolution. I'm like, okay. But why did that get damaged in the first place? Okay, so I had sepsis. When I had sepsis and had my spiritual awakening, that part of me got damaged. Why was that damaged? Because I was protecting my heart from the people who hurt me, right? I was putting walls up, chains, blockades, protections. So that left ventricular part was on that feminine side of my body. And where was I carrying heartbreak? I was carrying heartbreak from my mother. I was carrying heartbreak from losing my grandmother, my husband's grandmother, my sister-in-law, a lot of heartbreak because we had a lot of death at that time. And so that is why that area became weak. And then when I got sepsis, it weakened that area. So that's kind of how that works when we get that kind of damage to our heart. I have so many notes for this class. I'm like so excited. But when we release the old emotions, the old energy, the old traumas, we open up that spiritual energy to start flowing. And when the spiritual energy flows, it allows that heart chakra to heal. When you look at the heart, the ability to heal, to forgive, to transform your lives is all held within your heart chakra. And the heart chakra is strongly connected as well to some of the other chakras of your body. So it's connected with the root chakra. And this is the place where we have passion and love. And so that works with that chakra to connect with passion and love. If you develop your solar plexus chakra and your heart chakra equally, you will maintain balance between the material, physical, and spiritual sides of your life. So if you find that your life is imbalanced in the physical and spiritual sides and the monetary, material sides of your life, it is because your heart chakra and your solar plexus chakra are imbalanced. Someone actually had a great question that I want to touch on. Can there be generational heart chakra damage? Absolutely. If you don't heal it, what happens? It passes through to the next generation, right? And so when we say, oh, heart issues run in my family, which actually for mine, it does. Heart issues run in our family. Why do they run in our family? Because at one time or another, someone had something so profound that they never processed it through epigenetics. And I'll let you go down the rabbit hole of researching epigenetics. They passed on that generational heart chakra blockage. And then when we have a trauma or an emotion that triggers the heart chakra to be blocked, what happens? That heart chakra closes up, it starts the energy not flowing, and then that switches on those genes for that generational inherited conditions to start happening. And so, we're actually starting to see this in my family. My brother at 38 went into heart failure. Now, we can definitely argue he had uncontrolled diabetes for 10 years. He ate like shit, lived on cheeseburgers and Coke. Absolutely, we can totally argue that. And that's a very valid point, right? Because that stuff does horrible things to you. But my brother's biggest flex, what is his biggest flex? I don't process my emotions. I push them aside. I'm a man. Men don't have emotions. I just do my thing. Emotions are for sissies. And if you look at men and that toxic masculinity, what happens, right? Men don't process their emotions as well as females. Big boys don't cry. Suck it up, buttercup. Boys are not supposed to have emotions, right? And so men tend to have heart issues more than women. However, in the more recent years, women have been operating very much in the masculine, competing with men, pushing aside their divine feminine, forgetting that the divine feminine is more powerful than the divine masculine, and sometimes, not always, but sometimes. And they push aside those parts to operate in a toxic masculine world. And now a lot of women are also having heart issues. And so this is really important to understand that sometimes what is going on with you is stuff that's inherited. There's a lot of studies they've done on this. There are studies, a lot of profound ones about the Holocaust victims and how they processed their emotions, how they processed their experiences. And they found that they were either more or less resilient based on that. And so that is really important. Really quick, there was a question about the mentorship program. Ask me at the end of the class and I'll be happy to tell you about that. And so going back into this, we evolve, and as we evolve, as we heal, we increase our ability to release judgments, the perception of events and experiences from our heart. Because, you can have 30 people go through the same event, and how they perceive and hold on to those emotions is going to be processed 30 different ways. And some people, it'll be like, no big deal, doesn't bother me. Other people will be traumatized for life, right? But as we release those judgments and experiences from your heart and from your soul, we're able to embrace our divine wisdom, because that heart, that home of your subconscious, is your spiritual wisdom, is your heart intuition. It is one of those areas of intuition. It is our soul center for openness and compassion. And so it communicates that through the heart. There is actually a scientific study I read, and I keep saying I need to find it because I read all these scientific studies and then I don't share them. And I'm like, damn it. So I need to find this. But there is actually one where they were able to see that every time the heart beats, light is pushed through the veins. And that was really, really kind of crazy to me. That was like, oh my gosh, that's being pushed through the veins. And there is a connection between the heart and the veins and the thymus gland where it's energy, but that energy and light that pushes through the veins is what it's your soul's energy, that energy that pushes through. And so, you know, stress can deplete that life energy, and then the heart does not get that energy that it needs. The thymus gland brings in the chi, or the life force energy. It is the changer. It basically takes the air, the energy around you, and transmutes it into electromagnetic energy that flows through that energetic body. And, you know, high stress, like I said, can deplete that. When you have issues with, you know, holding on to hate, loneliness, resentment, bitterness, grief, depression, or anger, when we lose our compassion for ourselves and others, when we refuse to forgive, we lose hope and we lose trust. That is when the heart chakra starts to get blocked, right? And we get that block and we're unable to experience the fun and joy and love and laughter that comes into our life and is enhanced by that heart chakra functioning positively. But healing that heart chakra helps you have the capacity to live your life from a consciousness of this unconditional love that it empowers yourself and others. We look at right now, the energy around the world is the energy of lack of trust, of force, of control, of lack of freedom. And that happens when we stop trusting our heart and following your heart. So I had a comment that said, how do I unblock it? We're going to do that today. This is like what we're going to talk about towards the middle and the end of the class. I'm going to take you guys through a meditation on how to unblock it. And then going back in to the heart chakra. So what we're going to learn today is what I call heart breath, and it's a practice of heart coherence. And it is about existing in the now, not in the future, not in the past, just the right now. There's actually other scientific studies that have shown that your subconscious can predict the future up to 12 seconds. It can also kind of live in the past. And so if your heart is constantly and your body is constantly like, what's in the future, what's in the future, what's in the future, you're never in that coherence, right? And so with this coherence, it is just reconnecting to your heart, because heart coherence implies unconditional acceptance of what is. It has the effect of making us feel whole without feeling like we have to run away and escape from anything. And I don't know about you guys, and you know, you guys can post in the comments, but there's been so many times where I'm like, I want to run away. I want to run away. If I just move, it'll be better. If I just change jobs, it'll be better. If I get a new boyfriend, it'll be better. Or I've been married 21 years, but it goes on and on and on like that, you know, that we keep thinking, okay, if something else happens, I'll be better. And then we go do that something else, and all of a sudden nothing's changed. And, you know, I lived like this as a child where my parents would move and run away, move and run away. We moved 42 times in my life. And so I have lived in the same place now for 12 years. And it was very hard for me to live in the same place, because anytime something got difficult, what did I want to do? I wanted to move and run away because I had heart chakra blockages. And so, you know, we look at this and we look at like, okay, you know, with heart breath, we can experience healing and balance in the heart. When your physical, mental, and emotional systems are aligned, you'll be able to access intuition and guidance from your heart. Learning to activate and control the breath of your heart creates a profound shift in you that lets you handle situations with more emotional balance, compassion for self, and clarity. It calms us. It calms that reaction. It calms that need to react or lash back or to protect or to go, it gives us that chance to go, oh, let me pause. Let me think about this. Let me try to understand this. And it awakens your higher self and communicates with that divine energy within you. So, if we look at the color of the heart, it is green. And green is actually a healing, clearing color. So as we push green energy through, and that's one of the energies we'll work with today, it's going to clear. It's going to clear that. And, going back into the connections of these things, there are other things that you can do that I want to kind of start with really quick. So if we're looking at an imbalanced heart chakra, obviously any heart conditions are going to manifest when we have an imbalanced heart chakra. So heart problems, circulatory problems, blood clotting, heart attack, blood pressure, asthma, bronchitis, and pneumonia are also connected with it. Lung, breast cancers, allergies, shoulder and arm problems, immune disorders, and lymphoma. So if you have a blocked heart chakra, those are going to manifest within you. And so emotions of the heart chakra, obviously love, unconditional love. To me, there are two emotions in this world. One is love and one is fear. And all other emotions stem from those core emotions. And so, with love, you have all of the love, the passion, the compassion, the clarity that comes with that emotion, right? With the fear comes hate, loneliness, resentment, bitterness, anger. With love is forgiveness and trust, right? And so we choose where we want to operate. Are we operating in love or are we operating in fear? If we are operating in fear, that heart chakra is going to be blocked. Often when I work with my clients, they'll have heart blockages. They'll put walls around their heart. I'll go in and try to talk to their subconscious at first in the beginning of their calls. And their subconscious is like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't know who the hell you are, but you're probably going to hurt me because everybody else hurts me. So get away. I view, their subconscious from a spiritual side. And I had one lady, her subconscious sent a pit bull after me. Another lady was hiding in a big metal egg. And we create these little kind of containers or protections around that heart. And that prevents us from giving and receiving love in the way that we need. I mentioned earlier, my husband and I have been married for 21 years. And a while ago, we had a conversation. We're like, I don't know if we fully trust each other. And trust is a heart chakra emotion, right? And we went and kind of dug through it. And we're like, yeah. And the trust issues came from previous partners where we couldn't trust previous partners. So we always held that little bit close to our heart going, I can't let all of my heart out to someone else because someone else broke my heart. So they'll probably break it too. And we realized by not opening that up, that we were not able to fully give and receive love in a relationship. And so we had a very vulnerable moment of, okay, in order to completely feel loved by each other, we had to completely trust. We had to completely unlock that and open up that heart chakra. And that was freaking hard as hell, especially for someone like me who's like trauma queen over here. Like, I mean, you name it, I've probably been through the trauma or at least been very close to it. It's just dramatic, But, as we heal that heart chakra, it allows joy and laughter and fun and love to come back into your life. It enhances communications. And, my husband and I'll tell you what, we have more fun. We're more playful. We're like, we're 20 again, running around the house, chasing each other, pinching each other's butts again. And we're like, wait, this is like so much fun. Our relationship's just like it was when we were 20, back when we had more open heart chakras, right? And so healing this heart chakra will open up your capacity to just really love. And so that is really what this class is about today, is about releasing control, about releasing that protection, about creating spontaneity and love and joy and trust in our lives. And I get, I've been through a lot of trauma in my life, and I get, we're like, oh, I can't forgive that person. They hurt me. I can't let this go. I was hurt, right? They need to fix me. And that was my biggest thing. Like, someone told me once, you need to forgive that person who hurt you. And I was like, fuck no, they hurt me. Son of a beach, I'm not forgiving them. They need to fix it. They broke it, right? You break it, you fix it. I've said this a million times. Like, the last person you want fixing something is the person who broke it. And forgiveness allows you to open up and to heal that. And so forgiveness work is something I talk about often and I promote often. And you're right. Someone commented, it's hard to do. Holy shit, it's so hard to do, because forgiving feels like we're giving them permission to hurt us, or that we're okay with what they did. But really what we're saying is, I am taking control of my healing. You've sat in the front seat, you've sat in the driver's seat far too long, and you're not driving my car anymore. And so I'm going to drive my car. I'm going to take myself where I need to go. And you are not in control of that anymore. It's taking control of your healing, right? You're taking your power back. Exactly. And so what happens to us is beyond our control. Sometimes we have no control over, sometimes if someone hurts us, we have no control over certain things. A lot of us have lost control with COVID. There's so many things with COVID that we're like, we've lost control, right? But the one thing we can control is ourselves, is our reactions, is how we feel and how we process stuff. And when we give up trying to control what someone else did to us, we are freed from the pain that they caused. And that is so freaking powerful. Like, I can't even explain like how freeing it is to let go of that control. I just, for me, it's been a recent thing. I present myself very often as a very unhealed healer. And I'm like, hey, I'm working on my healing as well. And it's kind of freeing to like not be emotionally reactive anymore. It's freeing to say, okay, someone doesn't like me. Okay, cool. That's fine. Someone says something mean to me. Okay, cool. Have a nice day, and it slides off like water off a duck's back. And, if you feel stuck in your life, healing your chakras is going to be a really powerful way to unstick you. Unstick you just sounds so funny. And, healing the heart chakra is going to calm you down. If you're dealing with mental health stuff, it will calm you down. Often people who deal with narcissism, rage, psychosis have damaged heart chakras. And there's such a thin line between spiritual and mental health. That's like, my heart chakra is broken. And then all of a sudden it goes, and then it goes over to the mental health thing. And so, as we can practice, opening our hearts, allowing the energy to flow, it's going to create and activate that heart chakra in a really, really powerful way. If, your heart chakra is overdeveloped, as in the people who give too much, like I'm an overgiver. I like to give. It makes me happy. I like to give, right? But if it's overdeveloped in the heart chakra and the solar plexus, right, you'll have a tendency to find that people will take advantage of you, abuse or misuse you. And so this often occurs in empaths and healers, that we want to give, we want to help. And then what happens? that overbalance happens, and then people take advantage of us. You know, if the solar plexus is too overactivated with the heart protected, people will tend to be narcissistic, selfish, even ruthless in their behaviors. I'm just reading all my notes here, make sure I didn't miss anything. So honestly, you know, when we look at these chakras, they're kind of in line and they need to be balanced. The heart, the solar plexus, and the sacral chakra. And when there's imbalance in any of those, it's going to affect how we feel. So, you know, we have lost the way as a heart-centered people. And we have become, in my opinion, a little bit of a selfish society. It's all about me. What can I get? Who can I help? And, you know, people are grouchy and angry now. I've noticed, like, I go out and people are honking and cutting each other off and like rude to each other. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. Because why? Everybody's heart chakra is broken, right? Somebody commented, I swear I'm a narcissist magnet. Yeah, because you have an overactive heart chakra. You know, you want to love, you want to share that love. And, you know, I don't like to say that we attract narcissists. I like more to say that they see us as easy targets. They're like, oh, I can take advantage of this person because they want to fix me. They'll want to heal everyone. And so I can just take that for a ride, right? Same, you know, it's my daughter, same empath, healer, heart chakra. Her last fiance, oh, bless his heart. That's all I gotta say. Bless his heart. If you're dealing with also like over emotions, heart chakra is going to affect that. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to jump into the healing portion of the class now. The healing portion of the class is we're going to teach you about heart breath. And heart breath is just kind of my little take on breathing exercises that can help open and balance the heart chakra. We're going to do some energy healing. If you don't know about energy healing, I am, I guess, what you would call a natural energy healer. And I'm also a Reiki master. And so it's really working with the energetic spiritual body to shift the emotions, to shift the energy of the body. And so when we do this, you know, keep in mind that sometimes my energy healings can be a little bit intense. So if you ever feel dizzy, just, you know, go drink some water, take a break from what we're doing. Try to keep deep breathing. Sometimes we'll hold our breath during healing sessions, and hopefully we're going to do a lot of breathing so that won't happen, but just kind of keep that in mind as we go. If you don't have a drink, you can go run and grab one. But I'm going to take a drink of mine really quick because I need to drink more fluids. My doctor's been on me like, you don't drink enough water. And I'm like, I know, I tell everybody drink water, but do I drink water? Not as much. We open the heart chakra. Do we need to balance the other part so we don't get out of whack? Yes. And so we're actually not just only going to focus on the heart chakra. This is a great question. So we're also going to be focusing on healing a little bit of the solar plexus as well as kidneys today. And so we're going to actually do kind of like a combination. It is focused on the heart and is focused on balancing the heart, but we're definitely going to focus a little bit on the solar plexus. If spirit directs me, I kind of go by what, however creator directs me. So creator's like, hey, go down to the sacral chakra. We might do that as well. We'll just see. I very much go with the flow versus following a strict protocol because, you know, and I don't know if I have my book here. I do not. So I'm also certified pranic healer. And in pranic healing, they're like, here's a protocol. You do this, 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 and this, da, 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 da. Well, sometimes spirit's like, hey, you need to do something else with this. And so I really follow that versus a prescribed method. And I think that it's more effective that way because then we know what we need. And, you know, we have 113 people on TikTok watching and 18 people over on the Zoom. And so there's a lot of people here that are in a collective conscious and energy together. And so I feel that it's more important to feel into the energy of this. So we're going to do that, and we're going to flow into that. If you have not participated in any of my meditations before, I'm going to talk just a little bit about the breathing that we're going to do. It's going to be a little different with heart breath, but typically we're going to breathe in through the nose, pause and hold that, and push and exhale the breath out through the mouth. So in through the nose, pause, and then exhale. Now with the heart breath, we're going to actually spend twice as much time on the exhale as we do on the inhale. So we're going to completely fill those lungs, but then we're going to completely push that out. We'll probably be making some sounds, and I'm going to show you guys some movements too that you can do with this. Now it's going to be harder for those that are on TikTok because they don't have the wide screen, but sometimes it helps to breathe with your hands when you're learning this so that you can learn, okay, this is my breath, and then this is how it goes. And it's just a helpful thing. You don't have to do it, but it's a helpful thing that you guys can use as we go along with this heart chakra healing. And so when you breathe in, I'd like you guys to envision that you are breathing in pure white light, that you are expanding that conscious energy in your heart, that we're kind of opening that up and pushing that out past, our bodies into our energetic oral plane. And using those hands can kind of help you guys feel that energy flow when we breathe. So you're welcome to do this with me. I wish I had more room in my little office here, or I would stand up and kind of really show you guys in big movements how to do this. But just, breathing, like you're going to really open up those arms if you want to use the breath as you breathe. You don't have to, you're not required to, but it is, like I said, very helpful to help you kind of visualize and to feel that energy as you go along. So, all right, you guys ready for our meditation and our healing? I'm excited. I'm like so excited. So we're going to start, and we're just going to start with some basic meditation before we get into the breath, just to kind of open up and just kind of feel our bodies. And so we're going to start with 3 deep breaths in. You can continue to deep breathe as we go. The breaths will change just a little bit, and I'll instruct you guys how to do that. And you can just visualize as we go. So, all right, ready, set, there we go. So deep breath in 1, expand your lungs. Pause and exhale. 2, pause and exhale. 3, pause and exhale. So I'd like you to start with just feeling into your body and feeling specifically into your heart, and asking your heart what emotions you have residing in your heart. Is it happiness and joy? Is it peace, love, clarity? Maybe is it fear, trauma, anger, lack of trust? Whatever that emotion is, there's no right or wrong answer. I just want you to sit with that for just a moment. Keep deep breathing. And just sit with your body, sit with your heart. Become aware of how you feel. Become aware of your heartbeat. Feel the beat of your heart. You may even feel the blood pulse through your veins. Become aware of that energy. Just become aware. If we're holding on to any negative emotions, It's now time to release those. We release the negative emotions with gratitude from our heart. And you can speak this with me or in your mind. I release the negative emotions carried within my heart with love and gratitude to my subconscious for protecting me and keeping me safe, for creating awareness and helping me know what I need to heal in my life. Just say thank you, feeling gratitude for your heart, and deep breathe into that. Now we're going to just start deep breathing into your heart. And the first 5 breaths that we're going to take are just going to be focusing in on the heart. And when you breathe in, I want you to envision that your heart is also breathing in that energy and expanding with your lungs. When you exhale, I want you to imagine that you are breathing out, pushing out old stagnant energy and emotions with that heart. If you want to, you can go with your hands and you can even pull it all the way out as far as you can stretch your hands when you breathe in. And when you breathe out, just push your hands back together. So it's up to you if you want to do that or not. You're allowed to breathe in with your hands, or you can just sit. You can sit with your hands at heart center or sit with your hands on your lap. Either one is going to work fine. So we're going to deep breathe in, breathe that light into your heart, and then exhale out. And feel your chest kind of collapse as you push that out. Push all that energy out. Breathe in the light, allow your heart to expand. And push out. Again, breathe in, allow your chest to expand. And breathe out. Two more times. Breathe in. And breathe out. Last time in. And out. And I want you to focus in on the specific areas of your heart that feel damaged, hurt, broken, blocked, angry, wherever that feels like that needs healing. And I want you to focus on that specific area of your heart. It could be the top of the heart, the bottom, the sides, the back, wherever that is. I just want you to recognize that area. And we're going to repeat the heart breath, specifically focusing in on breathing into this area alone. And so when you breathe into this area, imagine that you are opening that area, that you're breaking through chains with your breath and allowing that heart to expand and that energy to flow back into that area and to heal. So for me, I'm going to focus on the right side of my heart, but you can focus anywhere you want. There's no right or wrong answer. So we're going to breathe in. And with that breath, feel the chains break, feel the walls crumble. With the exhale, feel the release. Breathe in, break through the chains, the walls, whatever barriers are around your heart. Exhale out, feeling the release. Breathe in, break through the barriers. Exhale out, Feel the release. Breathe in and breathe out. And last time, breathe in. Feel the complete freedom of breaking through those bonds. And exhale out, releasing all that energy. Now I just want you to sit, kind of feel your heart just a little bit. That back heart chakra, the pain of the past, the ancestral pain that you carry with you. Just feel into that, recognize it, really feel any of that pain, the anguish, the sadness, the trauma from the past. If it's not yours, feel into where that goes. Ask your body, how many generations back am I holding on to this trauma? And we're going to do the same breath in our back. We're going to breathe and feel that back expand. And then we're going to exhale, and you're going to kind of push your back out, pushing that energy out. So just envision that you have a heart kind of connection on your back. We're going to start breathing into that back. So breathe in, expand your back, and exhale. Push out that energy. Breathe in, breaking the old bonds and chains, breaking through the past. Exhale out and release. Breathe in. Send that healing all the way back, all the way through all your generations. And exhale out. Release those chains, those bonds from the past. And once more, breathe in. Break through all of that. And exhale out. And release. I want you to kind of feel into your kidneys a little bit. And we're going to do the same breath into your kidneys. We're going to push those out and feel the energy go into your kidneys. Clear up and break up any traumas that we're holding on in the kidneys. And then we're going to push that out again. So I want you to feel in to the back, the lower back. So if you don't know where your kidneys are, they're kind of mid-back area on either side of your spine. And we're going to breathe into those kidneys, expanding that back. So we're going to breathe in. And breathe out. Push that energy out. Breathe in. Break the chains and the bonds. And then push out, release. Breathe in, re-energizing your kidneys. And push out, release. Really push that air out. Breathe into the kidneys. And push out. Now we're going to go back into the front of the body, over to our solar plexus. If you don't know where your solar plexus is, it's kind of anywhere below your breast to your belly button, kind of in that stomach area. We're going to breathe into the stomach. I like to envision a spinning sunflower, like that energy is just spinning like a flower opening up its petals. But you can envision anything that you like. So we're going to do the same breath in our stomach. We're going to breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, expand your belly. And breathe out, pushing it all out. You're going to breathe in. And push all that energy out. Breathe in, breaking through any bonds or congestion. And breathe out. One more breath. Breathe into the stomach. And push all that air out. Now let's breathe into the sacral chakra, the same methods. Sacral chakra is below the belly button. It covers over the sexual organs, kind of the hips, that area. And so we're going to do the same breath there, feeling that area just expand with your breath and pushing out any old trauma, negative energy within that area. So we're going to breathe in. And really just push that out. Let's push out all that old hurt, all that old trauma and pain. Breathe into the sacral chakra. And breathe out. 3 more breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. Breathing in. Pause and exhale. Last breath in. And we're going to move into a different type of breath now. And this is the type of breath that is almost like a primal scream. It is a release. You can get as loud as vocal as you want. You don't need to with this. I'm going to teach you a less vocal version, so that you don't have everybody around you feeling like you're in danger. And so what we're going to do this time is, as we breathe in our heart, we're going to feel any anxiety, pain, anguish, sadness, fear, whatever those emotions are that are still sticking with us. Okay, so we're going to breathe it in, and then we're going to breathe out like this. So almost like you're like just pushing those sadness, that hurt, push it out of your heart. Okay, so we're going to do this 5 times. I'm going to show you again one more time. Breathe in through your nose. Where we're just letting it out like a scream, like a cry, and just feel that energy push out as if you were screaming at the top of your lungs, as if you were just pushing and releasing that out. All right, so we're going to do that 5 times. It's going to be fairly quick, a little quicker than the breath before. So breathe in. Breathe in again. Fill your lungs to capacity and then push it out. Breathe in again. Push it out. Breathe in again. The final breath. Really let it all out. Feel that energy move and vibrate out of your body. Release that. Release. Now let's take one more deep breath just to recenter. So deep breath in. And exhale. Let's just do a couple more breaths to recenter. And another breath in to recenter again. You're still feeling some energy some intensity or things going on. I want you to feel that energy within your body. I want you to feel that energy with your heart. Every time your heart beats, I want you to feel that energy start to flow, to just expand through your heart. I want you to envision someone, somewhere, or something that you want to share this heart energy with. It could be a person, it could be a place, it could be the city you live in, it could be the world, the country, wherever you want to send that energy. I want you to feel that excess energy that you have and envision that, like a light coming from your chest, that we are sharing that energy freely with that person, place, or thing, sharing our love, our kindness, compassion in a beautiful white, pink ray of light, of love, and hope. Because as we give love, we open to receiving love. As we share hope, we create hope. As we share our love, we also attract our love to us. So just share that energy for just a moment until you feel your body calm. And just become a little bit more still. And then call your energy back into your heart. And feel that energy expand through your body. We're going to push that energy out through your hands, your fingers, down through your torso, your toes, your body, up through the top of your head. It'll push that energy out beyond your body, pushing it out to the edges of your auric field, looking for any fractures, any holes, any damages or breakage that has happened to you throughout your life, that this beautiful heart energy can heal and restore. See that light flow into those breaks, into the cracks, creating a beautiful healing bubble of white light around you. I just want you to breathe in. Feel that bubble expand as you draw in energy, and breathe out. And breathe in one more time and just expand that energy one more time. And then breathe out. As I end all of my meditations, you could say this out loud or in your heart or in your mind. I permanently clear all negative attachments and emotions carried in my heart, carried in my solar plexus, my kidneys, and my sacral chakra, backwards through time, through all generations, forward into the future to my posterity and inheritance, sideways, up and down, on all layers and all dimensions. I permanently clear and release. I want you to just take a deep breath in, and as you do, bring your hands to heart center, feeling gratitude for your body, feeling gratitude for your heart, for the soul that resides within you, and the eternal journey that you are on. We say thank you. Take a deep breath in. Start to awaken. Start to come back to the room. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, move your neck, your back. Kind of come back into the room. So if anybody wants to share their experience, you're welcome to type it in the comments. Yawned a lot. Okay, yawning is awesome. Yawning, burping, farting, sneezing, that all shows an energy release. So the fact that you were yawning shows that you're releasing energy. You are so welcome. I am so glad that was helpful to you guys. You feel light. I love that. Yeah, we're going to feel that weight lifted off your chest. Got a massive case of the hiccups, but so much needed. Hiccups, that's an energy release too. I love it. Hiccups are good. So I have another person that said they burped more than they have in a long time. Burping, like that's a solar plexus release. Good job. You're releasing hot. So hot is that energy flowing. Oh, tears flowing. I love it. Tears are good. Tears are released. We're allowed to cry here, guys. Multiple pauses in the video connection. You guys may have heard, I just had a gurgle. Woo. So yeah, crying is showing that we're releasing that energy, that we're like, hey, I let this go. I can heal. I'm allowed to heal. So we allow crying here. Sometimes I cry with people. You felt cold. So you were probably cold is a calm, is a soothing. So that was probably soothing the inflammation within your body. I felt an awesome release because for a moment I realized everything was me. And so it was possible to release all of this because it was all me. Oh my God, that is so profound. That's beautiful. I love it. That's so true because, guys, it is all us. It is all us. We have the power to heal. You have the power to heal. You know, we say all the time, like, I'm like, oh, I'm a healer. I'm a Reiki master. I'm an energy healer, right? But who is the true healer? You guys, your body knows how to heal, right? It knows how to heal. We just have to remind it. And so that's what this class was about, is reminding you of who you are, of your abilities to heal, of your power within you to refocus and to heal. And so I'm just seeing so many comments and I love these. And you guys are so welcome for everybody. I love that everybody's sharing their healing stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, because you know what? I'm not going to lie. The validation makes me feel like, oh my gosh, I'm actually helping people. And that makes me happy. Your anxiety makes you forget how powerful you are. Yes. Oh my gosh. Anxiety does that to me all the time. I go into anxious mode and I forget I have these tools. I even now, like I know this shit and I forget it, right? I forget. And this class hopefully served as a reminder of who you guys are, that you are divine spiritual beings, that you have the ability to heal yourself, that you have the ability to take control of your healing and of your life. You know, that it's time to let everyone and everything that's been controlling you go, and go into your heart and know that you hold all the power there. And that is a very powerful thing when we can recognize that. And so this is the conclusion of our class. I am so grateful for all of you that participated. So much, so grateful.